yeah, the situation is that we are back in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've taken some time to consider what I would like to do while playing Breath of the Wild here for the first time in 2 years. And I came to the decision that because actually, I guess, re-experiencing, reliving, reconnecting with Link's past memories is in fact a main quest, which I've now selected for myself, I will have that be my objective. I came to realize that there were at least 2 memories that I have here that are of locations that I believe I can identify. I think this one is Dueling Peaks. Obviously that one's Hyrule Castle, that shouldn't be a problem at all, but I thought that I would give Dueling Peaks a try as far as which location I would try to work out first. And, yeah, I am very frustrated that that introduction will have to be a still image, but I suppose all you can do sometimes is just carry on. Carry on. Now, that looks like Dueling Peaks. Now let me work out the compass direction that that would be in. It's in the other direction. It's going to be, that's fine. So I can actually see that, sorry that I'm constantly going back and forth between the map and this. So it's going to be directly in line with that horizontal cut. So it's going to be, I'm just going to guess, it's probably going to be around, could even be Lake Colomo or... Let's go to the Gatepost Ruins, Gatepost Town Ruins, and see what we can see. It's going to take a little bit of time to actually find this memory. That's the fun part. It's taking an image, a still image, and locating it in this map, or on the map. What I expect is that I'm not going to be able to do this for everything, so I'm only going to manually search for these memory locations that I can be sure, or at least have reason to believe that I will be able to locate. Because there's some obvious point of reference or an identifying feature of the still image in question. But, you know, if it's something like, for example... No, that's actually okay as well. Sorry, this is loading so slowly. If it's something like this is hard. This is hard. I think I can see that there's a shrine there, so maybe that would narrow down the possibilities, but still, that's really hard. There's every likelihood that I'm not going to bother with this one. In that case, I would actually check online to see where I could find it. But for the ones where I'm fairly confident that I can work it out, I will manually go there and actually figure it out myself. This as well, like I would be happy to figure that out. That's actually a really easy one to make sense of. But anyway, it's supposed to be less of a challenge the more of the map you've discovered. Alright, Dueling Peaks is... Sorry, I have to check the map, so we want to be looking in that direction. There's Dueling Peaks over there. I'm just going to confirm that I am in the right spot, roughly. It is the correct spot. Now, is that... It is Dueling Peaks, it must be. So, it's a good start. Well, yeah, it promotes exploration, and yeah, there are no hints, except for whatever identifying feature is there in the picture. And there's usually one little identifying feature, whether it be terrestrial or some kind of object. It's usually like a terrestrial feature, such as a mountain, or for instance, the color of the rocks. So you can see the color of this rock is it's not just an effect of the sunset. I think it's actually the red rocks of the region over here. So this region here has reddish brown stones. Like you can actually see it over there slightly. The more light brown color from what you can see here. That looks like it's taken from this region, so that narrows it down a little bit. And I like that. There are hints, technically. But what's this about? These are photos I've taken, is that right? Yeah, that's what it is. These are actual photos that I've taken. So this is a photo that I took for the Hyrule Compendium. And then I just took this one as well, and then I just took these random photos. It would be nice if they could put a date on it. Oh, that must have actually been for a side quest. I must have actually had to take photos of these things for a side quest. I have a feeling that I never completed that side quest. I think, yeah. I seem to vaguely remember that I couldn't find one of those pieces. And I don't think I ever resolved that. Anyway, so Dueling Peaks. Let me stand here and see if I can work this out. Stop that, fuck. Alright, so there's a body of water, that really helps. A body of water, it's probably that, hey? Must be that body of water right there. Yeah, and I can see an island, but is there anything ruinous on the island? Or even a... Yeah, no, there is something ruinous on that island. I can see it right there. You can even see the oval-shaped hole inside the structure. Well, there we go. We've just... Oh, I wanted to use... Damn it. Let me get back up there and I'll make use of... whatever it's called. I think I can hold my jumping and then charge up one of my Divine Beast abilities. Like so. Yep. I remember that. This is more likely to get me to where I want to go. Pretty much from the air. I must play fancy while dressing Breath of the Wild, apparently. I need a suit and tie. I'm not Zarek Zahakaron. But, yeah, no, there's nothing fancy about playing Breath of the Wild, it has to be said. Yes, good morning to you. Let's try and work this out before we get there. So it's not on that mountain up there, it's somewhere around here. There's two distinct trees, apparently. Oh, God. When the game shits itself performance-wise, forgive it. It's running on an older console than it was designed for. A lot of people who watch this have never actually... There we go, there's our... See, they make it a little easier than you might expect. Actually have a glowing recall circle. Yes, it is the Wii U version. What I was about to say was that most people who watch this probably haven't even seen the Wii U version before. You can see that the game was originally... Well, perhaps not. Maybe the... actually, in fact, that is true. The little tablet that Link uses in the game is more reminiscent of the Nintendo Switch than the Wii U gamepad, although you could argue that it might be a bit of a halfway point between both. That is the question. I think I've got the ambient game volume to where I want it. But I did raise the volume of the game so that you could hear the cutscene a little better and more intimately. Of course I'd put the Japanese voices. Any game where that is an option for me to play in English but have Japanese voice acting, you better believe I'll take it, because It's not common. It's very hard to find games like that, where you can actually have it in English, but then with Japanese voices, with English subtitles. It's a rare chance, and you better fucking take it if the option's there, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that recently and in the past, essentially for the entire time that I've ever recorded, on this channel anyway, I have sung the praises of the Wii U Pro Controller in every aspect of its design, but particularly the battery. Now, I don't know if the battery of this controller is as good as I'm going to remember it, because it has been 2 years since I've used it, and we all know that batteries do degrade over time. They become less reliable, they just become older, and they don't hold a charge quite as well, and eventually they will die. All batteries have a finite lifespan, and I don't know if this one's going to function as well as I remember it, but I'll tell you, I have not actually used this controller in 2 years. It was dead when I got it out of my drawer, but I plugged it in for about 15 minutes, just direct connection into the USB port of my Wii U, and again charged for about 15 minutes, and it'll be interesting to see how much charge I can get out of it. It's been in use for over 30 minutes now, and it does have a red battery light, indicating that it's on low battery. I hope that 15 minutes of charge from my Wii U will let it work until I stop this recording. If it's the controller that I remember, it will survive the recording with as little as 15 minutes charging from dead. But the battery may have degraded over time. Because again, 2 minutes in battery life is a long time. 2 minutes? 2 years. Did I say minutes or years? 2 years of time passing is a lot. Like, that is a decent percentage of the lifespan of a battery, whether it's the amazing Wii U controller battery or not. So, we'll see. I don't know. But we're going to keep playing until it dies. How about that? And then I may have to go and use my Wii U gamepad, which I'm not looking forward to doing. I don't ever want to do that again, quite frankly. It has been done many times, actually, because there are certain puzzles that you actually can't solve when going through shrines unless you have the gyroscope feature of your Wii U gamepad. So there you are. Now, we need to go here, then here. You can see that this memory now has the film icon pictured there, which suggests that we have recalled this memory, and we are one step closer to having discovered them all. Let's give this one a try. I don't think that I can get it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use the map to go to all shrines that are in foresty locations. You know, any place with tree cover that looks like it could be that. You can see that this is an indication of where tree cover is. So if I can find various shrines that are in the trees, and based on the environment that it's in, it should be somewhere in Central Hyrule. Like somewhere in... Oh, it's actually called Central Hyrule, okay. I'm guessing it's through here somewhere. Now, there is another problem here, and it's that it may be a shrine that I haven't discovered. I have not discovered every shrine in this game. So, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to give it a try. If I really can't find it, then... And it's not going to take long for me to give up. I will give up. And I'll try the other ones, and then perhaps do a Google search for that one that I couldn't find. At the moment, I'm not actually seeing a shrine that meets the criterion that I mentioned, which is a shrine in the middle of a tree-covered location. So, I have a feeling that it may actually be a shrine that I have not discovered yet. And it's weird to think that there might be a shrine that I haven't discovered in this general area. You know, Necluda, Faron Grasslands, or Central Hyrule is where I would assume it to be. It's not going to be that. Oh no, it could be that. Because that's That very closely resembles the layout here. A bit of an open space in front of the shrine and then trees from a bird's eye view to the east compass direction in relation to it. So it could actually be that. Oh, don't tell me I've lost it. Where's the fucking thing? Where did I find it again? Oh, God. I'll work it out. It's this one, right? I would reckon it's this one. This is a slightly different layout to Sony. It doesn't actually have diagonally opposed analog sticks, but there is a difference between having these above or below the controller. I don't like that, but I do still prefer this to, for instance, the Xbox controller layout. It's not the same, but it is effectively a symmetrical controller. So it does have that going for it. Now, am I correct about this location? It does look different. It does look different because I'm seeing some pillars here that are not pictured in this image. Unless I didn't notice them before. I don't think it's this. It's similar, isn't it? It's definitely similar, but these pillars are distinct and they are not actually featuring in that image at all. It was a good try. It was definitely a good first attempt. We've got some trees to the east of it and an open space in front of it. But alas, it's not quite what we're looking for. Because it's not the actual location. What is this boulder? It's one of those boulders that you can actually roll for one purpose or another. I suppose it's for a Korok. Let's do it. Might be a fucking Korok that I can reveal by doing this. Koroks are strange like that. What are you doing? This doesn't seem to be working. It's attached to a chain. Oh, I understand. If I put the rock in the tree stump, it will reveal a Korok very well. Does that mean I can manipulate it with magnesis? Yes, I can. Okay. So, drop the rock in the hole. Or not. Okay, now. Gravity... You see, this is not how gravity works, ladies and gentlemen. You can absolutely wet yourself on a daily basis over how good this game is, but the fucking mechanics sometimes are really wacky, okay? They're really wacky. Give me a Korok seed, you bastard. Yaha, you found me, yes. Bye-bye. Yes, till we meet again, leaf-faced deformity of man. Alright. Oh, climb down. That's very nice. Is that because there are vines there? No, those aren't vines, that's just a little bit of foliage. Well, I don't know if you call that foliage. A plant. There's plant life there. Plant life. Okay, so... a question mark. Yeah, I'm starting to question a few things myself. Well, hello. What was that even? I'm not sure what that was. Stop doing that. Okay, there's some ability that keeps me guarded while I target enemies. I don't remember what... Oh, it's that... It is a divine... I knew it was a divine beast thing, but it's apparently the thing that looks like a gecko or a lizard or whatever. If you're wondering why I keep jumping every time I want to pick something up, it's because I have been playing a little bit of Elden Ring recently, and Y is the button that you press. Or X in the case of this particular controller. X would be the button that I press to pick things up, but sadly, it's actually A. Which is fucking confusing because I was used to B on this controller being the button to do that in Elden Ring because of my Souls experience. And then I had to relearn it to X, and now I'm having to relearn that same interaction as the A button. So, ladies and gentlemen, to say that I'm pissed off would be an understatement. But I'm getting through it, slowly but surely. You're going to have to watch me jumping around for a while. Frown Woods is really, really thick. Yeah, okay. Some kind of tidbit. What tidbit was that? Something about a dragon. There's a lake called the Mouth of the Dragon. I suppose that's alright. I suppose I've heard of worse tidbits. Okay, what we've established is that it is not the shrine we were looking for, as the stormtroopers would agree. And, I'm trying to zoom in. What's going on? It could be this one. I don't think it is. I genuinely don't think it is. The last one we tried was much more likely than this one, but if it's technically possible, we should at least try it. Because to my evaluation, there are no trees to the east of this shrine, so that should eliminate it as a possibility, but it's technically surrounded by trees, so we're going to give it a try. Yeah, fuck no. Look, the rocks are just different. I'm not a geologist, but okay, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be a fucking geologist to work out that this is not the same as the picture here. Slightly different. I think we would agree. Okay, so, just a little different. Now, I'll try and have another good look. I haven't been looking well. I've just been aimlessly spinning around. I guess it could be this. Could be. No, that's not. Those aren't trees. That's in the middle of... that's in that dark place. That very dark place. Korok Forest. Well, it could be there. Could be in the Korok Forest. I suppose that would be likely, wouldn't it? The Korok Forest is a place that no doubt would be relevant to Link as a character, and so therefore it would stand to reason that there would be memories that he would have of that place. So let's give the Korok Forest a try. That one is surrounded by trees, and would probably have some relevance to the hero. So let's give it a whirl. Ugh. Yes. It's a different time of day to when the picture was taken, but it could still be that. Ah, no, that's not it. That giant tree trunk is certainly not featuring in the screenshot or image that I've been given. So that's a no-no. Bum bum. We'll give this a try. Probably not, but I at least want to be assured of the fact that it's not a shrine that I have discovered. If it's not a shrine that I've discovered, it could be fucking anywhere, okay? So I'm not going to blame myself for being unable to find it if it's a shrine that I haven't discovered. That's my point. I'll exhaust all of my reasonable options, and then I'll make use of El Google. Or Google. Google. Definitely not. I think we can all agree that this is not even close to being possible. So, as in, you know, possibly the shrine in question. A whole lot of nope from what I'm seeing around here. No, I know that one. That's definitely not. I mean, no. No. I just realized that I have no good reason to assume that the trees are on the shrine's eastern side, because I think a shrine can point in different directions. It doesn't have to be pointing to the south. I think it can point wherever the hell it wants to point. So there's actually no basis upon which I can determine that there's tree cover to the east of the shrine that I'm looking for. No. No, it's not dense enough. It's definitely not dense enough. I'll do a manual save. Let's have our first manual save in 2 years, shall we? It's not yet 2 years, I get it, but whatever. Applean Forest. Or Applean, I don't know. That's one thing I really don't like about this game, it's the stupid location names. There's many of them. I already gave that a try, I think. Well, you know what? I'm fairly convinced that the shrine that is pictured is a shrine that I do not have access to. Or in other words, it's not one that I have discovered and can therefore warp to. But you see, because I haven't discovered it, that really opens up the possibilities, doesn't it? As to where it could be located. So I'm not going to fuck around with that. Yeah, okay, let's give this one a try. I need to look at Hyrule Castle itself to be able to see where that would likely be. We're going to warp here, not because it's likely to be there, but because I want to get a good look at the castle. Understand its appearance, and therefore use that to determine a compass position in relation to, or a compass direction in relation to the position of Hyrule Castle. Which can then be used to determine the location of this picture. It's worthwhile doing. For obvious reasons, it saves me from literally running around aimlessly. Looks dangerous here. Can I get a good look of the castle without being assaulted? Ugh, where is the castle? Hello? I know roughly where it is, I just need to get to a high place so that I can really look at it. Here we are. Okay. And we do have what I believe to be referred to as the Calamity surrounding it, which does muddy things up a little bit. I don't think we'll be spotted by that creature unless it's... Oh, we've got a new shrine, okay. Let's go and find the shrine. I'm always open to new shrines. I apologize, by the way, for my playing. I need to remember how to play. No, what's the shield button again? No, it's definitely not that. Okay, literally, if I'm targeting, it means that I'm shielding, okay? I can barely see what's going on. Yeah, that was a good golf swing to the face. Get up, you bastard. Alright. I tried to do an aerial attack on his face there, which was certainly ambitious. Not particularly effective, but definitely ambitious. Alright, so what weapon am I using? I'm using the Master Sword. Well, I'm quite happy with that. It seems to be doing plenty at the moment. I'm not interested in any of your stuff. I was just dealing with a nuisance, we'll say. Wouldn't even go so far as to call it a threat. Game volume should be okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I can probably make it a little louder. Yeah, it's a little louder now. Where are you? You're this way. Can I see you yet? Can I see you? You know what pisses me off? It's when they're underground. I hate that. It's really confusing. Well, it's over this way, apparently. They are. I usually like to be able to see them by this point. Oh god, you're in this mountain, aren't you? You're either just over the hill, or over the mountain, or you're literally inside the mountain. I suppose I've become a little used to tracking these things down by now. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's underneath me. Yeah, it's underneath me for sure. Okay, understood. It's inside the mountain, now I just have to locate an entrance. Uh-huh. There's our entrance. I think. Yes, it is. Alright, so what we want to do here, no doubt, is to shoot a bomb arrow. Don't fucking jump onto it. Get up. So we don't want to jump onto it, of course. We're going to stand some distance away from it. I hope I've got a fucking bomb arrow. Yes, I do. I've got 48 of them. I think that'll be enough. I suppose I'll use my weakest bow to do this, because obviously it doesn't need to be damaging in any sort of way. Fortunately, the bomb arrow has produced fire, which will then burn these dangerous vines, or thorny vines, whatever you want to say. Brambles, I don't care. Hello. Have you given me anything? It does not at this stage appear that you have given me anything. Oh, what are you doing? Shut up. Certainly not what I was intending to do. Okay. I can't even remember what Link calls when he does that, but anyway. Here's the new shrine. I suppose discovering all shrines is one thing you could do in the game as well. I'm not desperate to do that because I really don't like the shrine system. Master Swords, well, there is only one Master Sword. You can upgrade it, but yes, there is only one. So it's not Master Sword. Oh, you said Master Sword singular, not plural. I don't know if I'm hallucinating or what. The Master Sword cannot break, however, it does run out of charge. You can't use the Master Sword endlessly. Eventually it will. Imagine that it does have durability, and that it does break, but when it breaks, it actually is just recharging. And it will return once it has recharged. I'm assuming that it's in-game time that passes. Once enough in-game time has passed, you'll be able to use the sword again. And that's how it works. Now, the upgrade to the Master Sword gives it 60 damage, which is pretty significant. I tried, I think in part 80 or 79, one of those two parts, to actually upgrade this Master Sword, and the challenge involved is quite frankly not fucking worth it, so I'm not going to do it. Yes, I'm a bad sport and I don't care. I don't care. Think what you will of me. Here is the shrine. It is randomly generated African sounding name number 50. Yeah. Goddess of Hylia. Oh, you're not the Goddess of Hylia. It's a minor test of strength, so we're not going to have an issue. We're going to clear this shrine immediately and get a free Spirit Orb. It is Noya Neha. Okay. Great. We are just going to use the Master Sword for this. In fact, I may just shoot an arrow and fucking kill it in one shot. Minor tests of strength are very easy. Back in part 15 of this Let's Play, I could have taken this on. It's now part 81. Master Sword is running low on energy. That means it's close to breaking. And he's fucking dead. Good night. A very minor test of strength. I don't mind, I really don't care. At the end of the day, I'm not looking for a challenge, I'm just looking to explore all of the shrines and, well, no. I don't have to do that, I've explained that I don't have to do that, but if there is an opportunity there, I would be happy to take it. Is this actually stronger than 30 points? How many... do I have any free slots here? I don't know. It'll tell me if I don't, I suppose. Apparently I do have free slots. So that was a... it's an ancient battle axe. Just a standard one. What damage does it deal? 39, that's not bad at all. Okay. I've got it. I can actually have a look and see how many free slots I have. I am out of free slots. Now, this is the great thing about Korok Seeds. You can get extra equipment slots here, and I've got a decent amount for weapons. I don't have many for shields because I don't go through as many shields as I do weapons. But more than that, I feel like with weapons, the more selection you have, the more fun it is. So, there you are. I actually have a few free slots for bows. I think I'm going to leave it at that for bows. I'm just going to keep upgrading my weapon slots. Now, of course, as you continue to upgrade this, you will require more and more seeds for every new slot. That's the way they balance it, and I think it's fair. It's fair to do that. But anyway, that's that location done. What I was trying to say before was that if I discover a shrine, which I am pleased to do, always pleased to discover new shrines because that means new Spirit Orbs, I will clear it. And once I clear it, or once I attempt to clear it, I'm actually not concerned whatsoever whether or not it's challenging. It doesn't actually matter to me. I'm out of shields, and quite frankly, despite it being a minor test of strength, I'm really surprised to find that the drops are as good as they are. That weapon, it's possible that that weapon would have dropped if I came to this location at a lower level, but this one here certainly can't be a set reward. I mean, that's an extremely good shield for a minor test of strength. So, yeah, let me just see what shields I've got. It seems to surpass the one that I have currently equipped, as attractive as it is visually. Daybreaker. Oh, I don't know if it's appropriate to get rid of it. It's actually owned by Urbosa, so I don't think I want to get rid of it at all. Okay, how about this? I'll get rid of this royal shield because, unless this one... No, shield guard up +8 is definitely better than this. So I'll drop this because remember the royal shield that we're about to get is sitting around 60 something. I think around 65 guard value. So we'll pick this up in place of that one. It's 69, even better. Wow. See now, I've always asked this question, but does the guard increase actually factor into the end number? Or what? Like, I just don't know, so... Wait, was it +14? Because if it's +14, then that would make sense, actually. Anyway, let's just keep with the Daybreaker shield. I'm happy to keep with it for now. What I've been doing is actually just using my weakest shield, and I tend to do the same with my weapons, actually. Can you just fucking stand there, then? Ah, right. Yeah, the champion items can be reforged if you break them, that's true. Okay, well, in that case, I probably should just use a different shield, instead of a boring reforgeable one. Let's do that. We'll use the champion shield, Daybreaker, as a backup if we actually run out of other shields to use, which I can't imagine happening anytime soon. Glad you're here though, P-Berry. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I'm sick of looking at that fucking loading screen. Well, I shouldn't be sick of it anymore. It's been 2 years since I last played, but, you know. I think this is a shield that you can throw to some degree of effect, but I don't think I will try to do it. Alright, well, we discovered that shield. Excuse me. We discovered that shrine. They both start with SH, okay? And I was just discussing shields. But we just discovered that shrine, which is good. And I'm now going to get to a high point and try to work out what is happening with Hyrule Castle. I want to really ascertain its appearance to better inform myself as to where that in-game screenshot, so to speak, is actually located. That's a hard one, because I can't really see the turrets there. Oh no, I think I can see it. I think I can see that turret. I wish I could do something to show you what I'm looking at, but if you can see the detached turret on the right side, not on the very far right, but quite close to the actual main structure itself, there is a separated turret that stands rather alone on the skyline. On the right side. That turret, I think I can see right here. Which means that the actual position of that screenshot should be somewhere around here. I believe. Somewhere around here. Is that right? Yes. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Hyrule Castle's over here, right? So if Hyrule Castle's there... Yes, it should be somewhere around here. I'm going to assume Elmer Knowles is where we may find it. So, it's not guaranteed to be where I left that stamp. That's what they're called, right? No, it's a pin. A stamp is one of these. Where I've dropped this pin is not precisely where it's going to be, necessarily. But it's a good starting point to work out more accurately where I might be able to find it. So... what should I do? Should I use... I can't remember what it's called now. The flying ability, whatever the fuck it's called. I just don't know. I'll have to have a look. It's here somewhere. It's Rivali's Gale, yes. There was a time when I could remember that, but that was a long time ago. So, Rivali's Gale, should I use it here, or is this going to be higher altitude? Let's just use it here. It's actually closer, so it's more likely to be within striking distance of my objective or intended destination, irrespective of altitude. It's 2 PM for Hossein, which is quite appropriate. At least for when I'm recording. It's the ideal time zone. And there's some thunder, which is not a good thing when I'm about to use Rivali's Gale. So what we're going to do is manually save. That would be the sensible. No, we have to go to... have to go to system. I'm making grunting noises because I fucking hate navigating the system options in this game. Oh yeah, congratulations. You know what, this is really... I'm sorry, guys, this is fucking asinine. The fact that there's a... there's a function in the game where I have to unequip all of my conductive metal equipment. Like, fuck off. Fuck off. It's not... It's maybe clever the first time and you go, oh, why do I keep attracting lightning? Oh, it's because I'm wearing metal equipment. But at this point in the game, eat a dick. Just eat a dick. Like, I don't want to unequip all this shit. That's an extremely uncomfortable thing to do, and it's not enriching my experience. It's just a waste of my fucking time. Oh, can I pass time in any meaningful way? I guess doing this, let's just go here. Fuck you. Unbelievable. I think I have the Thunder Helm. I think I have the Thunder Helm, actually. I seem to recall having picked it up. Does that completely mitigate the effects of the electrical storm? If it does, then there you go. I should have the Thunder Helm. I do actually remember getting it. So let's have a look in my inventory, shall we? It was a long time when I got it. Rubber Helm. Well, I've got that. Thunder Helm. Hello? Thunder Helm. Where is it? I had it at one point. Is there like an equipment storage? Because I swear I've got the Thunder Helm, or I swear that I acquired it at some point in the past. I don't seem to have it anymore. If I have... Do I need the full rubber set? I guess that would reduce the damage of being shocked by lightning, but it wouldn't prevent me being shocked by lightning. So, when you say rubber set, presumably that means... Oh, no, I seem to have... Wait, how many armor pieces are there in the game? It's literally... It's 3. There's 3 different pieces. So, do I have the... I don't have the chest piece, but I do have the tights and the helmet. So, that's not too bad. That would probably mitigate most of... Oh, you borrow the Thunder Helm. You can do a side quest to permanently own it, I see. Now, I thought I'd done the side quest to permanently own it, but apparently did not. Can I Rivali's Gale out of here? Or will I get fucking lost? Let's find out. I don't want to waste a Rivali's Gale doing this shit. I bet I'm gonna get lost. Guarantee it. I just want to leave. I don't even want to stay here. I'm not trying to progress through it, okay? I'm not. I don't want to fucking find my way. I'm happy to fucking not progress through your stupid forest, okay? I just want to leave it. Honestly. Yeah, okay. Thanks for blinding everyone. If you don't have a seed for me, you can go and fuck yourself. Oh. I thought somehow by doing what I just did, I completed his trial, but apparently I've already done that. Whatever. So let's go to... I mean, we could actually go from Hebra Tower. We're going to be so high up in Hebra Tower, or at Hebra Tower, that doing Rivali's Gale on top of that, plus the amount of stamina we have in the game, is probably going to get us to where we want to go. So, let's give it a try. I have a feeling this is going to be effective. Come on.
Why does your game load so slowly, Doomlink?
One guess is all you get. And you won't even get as much as kudos from me if you get it right. Alright. We know where our destination... Okay, come on. That is actually really, really far. I don't think Rivali's Gale from the top of this tower plus my stamina is actually going to do anything of worth. So what I'm going to do, because this is my last Rivali's Gale, I'm going to save here. And if I don't make considerable or in any way reasonable progress, I'm just going to return to my save and then try again from some other location. I don't mind losing health. I could not be bothered, unless I can eat something. Can I eat anything? I think I can eat while flying, now that I think about it. Do I have anything that's going to heat me up? I don't think so. It's not looking like it. Oh no, I do have spicy pepper. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. That's not doing shit. It's too cold for spicy pepper to do anything. So... wow. Oh, you have to have it in a dish for it to have the effect of heating you up. Okay, fine. I give up. I don't think I have any dishes. Oh no, I do have some dishes. Anything that'll heat me up? I've got a fireproof elixir. That might be overkill. Anything that'll heat me up, come on. Here we go, cold down, cold resistance. There we go, I've got spicy pepper steak. It all feels a little bit of a waste. Because I don't need to actually recover any health. Of course I have warm clothes. My point is I'm too lazy to change my equipment. Of course I have warm clothes. I've got the cold set, I think. Yeah, snow quill. I've got the full snow quill set. But I'm not equipping that shit. You gotta be joking. If I didn't have the cold set with all divine beasts cleared, that would be a concern. Anyway, we're past our first stamina ring, keeping in mind my stamina is at maximum, which is a certain pride of mine. You can see that I've got a fairly balanced set of priorities here. I definitely increased my health sufficiently, and I've also got max stamina. So, the reality is that stamina is king in this game. Yeah, your health is important, but stamina is technically more important. Technically more, but this is so fucking stupid. Look at this. I've covered this much distance after this much time. I mean, after all that, I'm now about the same distance as I would be. Oh, this is so stupid. I feel like I've wasted so much time. Oh my god. Admittedly, I'm much higher now than I would be if I started from here, so I guess that's a positive thing. Is it? I guess it's a positive thing. Still feels like a waste of fucking time, but anyway. Oh, no, not the... Stop it. Fuck all that. Yeah, come on, strike me down. Strike me down. Oh, apparently you can't max out health and stamina. Oh, look out. Random thunder thing. Okay, let's give it a try. Rubber set. Or at least part of the full rubber set. Where are my rubber pants? Here we go. Now, presumably this doesn't prevent the shock, it just lessens the damage of being shocked. We're about to find out how damaging it is. That's still pretty fucking damaging, Sonny. That fucking hurt. This sucks, man. Alright, yeah. Man, this really sucks. I suppose I'd best heal myself. I do still have a save to return to if things go pear-shaped, but seriously. I don't know what to eat. I'm just going to eat something like this. That'll do. That's enough health. Yeah. Lessened, but it makes me wonder if the defense value of the armor that I unequipped to use the rubber stuff would have actually done more to mitigate the damage. Oh, thank God it stopped. Well, it hasn't stopped raining, but it stopped thunderstorming. Did I have the full barbarian set equipped? I probably did, didn't I? Yes. And then barbarian helmet, one would assume. Where is it? Where is it? Did I have the snow quill head? No. Probably not. What did I have on my head before? This is why I don't fucking do these things. I should have actually... Oh, here it is. It was full barbarian, okay. Which has a bonus of charge attack, stamina up. What does that mean? So, when I charge my attack, presumably, it doesn't actually consume as much stamina. That's a really strange way of describing that, but I can't imagine that it means anything else. So, whatever. Is that a Lionel or is that just a mounted? No, that's probably a Lionel. Is it a difficult one? I don't know. It looks like an easy one. Am I happy with the state of things? Probably. Let's just save the game, whatever. Just because I don't like you, I'm going to equip that. Yeah, come on, bastard. I'm ready for you, come on. No, you don't. What? No. I shot you in your weak point. You heard the sound, you saw the visual effect, and it didn't actually prevent him from shooting his bow. I want a refund on this game. What a fucking joke. I can't believe my eyes. I got him between the eyes, and he's like, oh, I'm fine, and lets go of his fucking arrow and kills me. What a prick. He's got poise. He can suck my dick is what he can do. Okay, so... Fine. What am I to do then? Get close enough to not trigger... Well, that was well off target. Yeah, I know, you're doing your strong... I think he's a strong one. I've just got this distinct impression that he's a strong enemy. I think he's not a weak Lionel, in other words. We are well matched. In other words, he can really beat on me. One thing I don't have an amazing amount of, considering my point in the game, is defense. I don't have that much defense. So, admitting that, this may be a difficult fight. Alright, so we want to close the distance. And try and get him in the face again. I missed his face. Well, that's no good. Now I'm burning myself. Mount him? Mount with A. With A, motherfucker. I can't even remember how to do this. I just jumped off him immediately because I can't even remember how to do that. Let's load that fucking save again. There was a time when I had the Lionel confrontation down pat. I knew exactly how to get it done, but I don't even know what buttons I'm pressing on my controller anymore, so we definitely have to try to re-establish some sort of skill base for these Lionel confrontations. I immediately pressed X. Damn it, that's my fault for missing at fucking point blank range. Why do you have so much range, speaking of range, with that damn attack? And why does it one-shot me? I actually don't think I want to engage this guy. Now, once upon a time, I was able to fight a Lionel without taking a single hit, but I can't fucking do that now. There's no way. Oh well, he did. Maybe he didn't one-shot me. I did neglect to heal myself this time. Ugh, okay. Come on, flinch him. There we are. We're going to mount him. And I think we use this attack. Is that right? Okay, well that didn't feel like it did all that much. Yeah, whatever. I need to do it. You know, I'm sorry, I do not have the mechanical ability to press the right buttons to fight this monster anymore. I'm sorry. I need some time to remember how to actually play the game, because I've unlearned much of that. Yeah, go away. I'm staying out of his range, or at least attempting to, but it's not doing much. Tempted to Rivali's Gale somewhere. Where's Hyrule Castle? There it is. Let's just get Hyrule Castle in our sights and hopefully work out where this bloody memory point is. Rivali's Gale is recharging, which is good because it will recharge automatically to ×3, which is 3 uses obviously, and that's quite helpful. Look how quickly our stamina depletes despite being at maximum. Can you see that? Look at that. It's getting absolutely eaten up. I don't even know how I played this game with a single stamina wheel. That makes me sick to even think about. Imagine playing with a single stamina wheel. Look at that. Look at that. That's heinous. Okay, so this is definitely the position we want to be in. Like, in relation to the castle itself, this is exactly where we want to be. See that? That's it. We just need to be much further away. So, down that way. Although the altitude would suggest that it's not down in the lowlands there. It must be If I can find a tree. Tree? Need to find a tree. In fact, I don't really need to find the tree. I'll likely find the glowing yellow thing that indicates a memory point before I find the tree that is from the memory point. But you can see that this is definitely the right compass direction in relation to the, what's it called? Castle. Let's use the Thunder Spear. It's almost broken. Oh, yeah, it's almost broken, alright. Broke immediately. Yeah, I suppose we'll use the ancient battle axe that we got from before. Oh, whatever. Give me all this yellow chew jelly. They call it choo-choo jelly for some reason, and I don't understand why. It was always choo-choos that dropped chew jelly. Oh, I know I've said this a million times in this Let's Play. One thing that I'm very good at is knowing precisely what I've said before and what I haven't said before. And even if many, many years have passed, I know what I've said and what I haven't said before. And I know that I've mentioned that many a time. Why is there an ancient battle axe on? Oh, that's why. I got electrocuted. That's why I dropped that. Okay. I was thinking, why are slimes dropping ancient battle axes? Well, I realized pretty quickly that it was my ancient battle axe. Let's save the game. Okay. By the way, it's not actually unbearably hot during this recording, which is pleasant. Okay, so we definitely need to head further away. I'm going to assume it's going to be on that mountain over that way. Sadly, I don't have Rivali's Gale to make use of, so we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way and run. Do I have a steed in this game? I do not. I do not have a mount. A mount. That's what people say in the MMO world, isn't it? A mount. Do you have a mount? No? Mount. I'll tell you what, you can mount, motherfucker. Mount. You know, words like mount, mob, and then the stomach-churning word, toon. Remember when people said toon? Oh, I've customized my toon. Ugh. If you say toon to my face, I'll smack you. I'll smack you. That is... I will forever despise the use of the word toon. Just it actually. You want to know what a fucking toon is? It's a person who uses that fucking word. You're a toon. You're an absolute clown. But you know, people will look at me like I've got 3 heads for saying that. It's like, toon? What's wrong with toon? I mean, of course you'd use toon. It's a normal word in video gaming. Well, guess what? It's dumb. It's really dumb. What is wrong with the word character? Why would you have a shortening of the word cartoon to describe a character when there's a perfectly functional word that describes what you're trying to describe? Like, it's a toon? What do you mean toon? I've never understood that. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little visceral and emotional when I say this, but that's probably because I've never mentioned it before on camera. Hold on, this Lionel is after me. Oh no, that is a horse. Okay, that's a person on a horse, thankfully. If that were a Lionel, I'd be shitting myself. But, no, seriously, toon? Ugh. You know, of all the negative things that I can take from having played World of Warcraft many years ago, that would probably be the one. There have been some positive take-homes from that community, but fuck. The word toon. And I'm sure it's not just World of Warcraft, I'm sure there's other communities too that say toon, but I have a feeling it started with that game. Or perhaps Warcraft before it. But that word makes me shudder. And, you know, I've had rather serious conversations with people who just sit there and it's like I'm speaking another language. They just sit there and they go, what's wrong with that word? Because to them, it's like they don't question it in the same way that they wouldn't question a word that they learned in the English language before they even knew how to speak. You know, it's a simple word that exists and it's like, well, yeah, toon. And I want to smack them. I want to smack them because character is a perfectly viable word. Character. My in-game character. You know, it's like living in the fucking Twilight Zone when you go into that game community and they're all saying tune, and it's like, what's going on? Anyway, so my guess as to the position, oh no, it must be much closer than that. Look at that. Must be closer than that. Now, of course, the perspective's a little different because there's no aura around the castle 100 years ago. But it's definitely closer than that, without a doubt. Let's use Rivali's Gale, shall we? I could see someone running around down there. Look, there's a horse on the fucking map. What is it? No, that's a bird. That's not a horse. It looked like a bird at first, but it doesn't look like one anymore. Okay. Rivali's Gale may have been a bit of a waste here. Because I don't have a particular destination in mind. I'm just wondering where this location would be. It's definitely... I'm in the right general area, without a doubt. I'm not questioning that. I'm just not certain where this would be, because there's two considerations. There's altitude and position. And yet, I can't seem to get the right spot. I can't really see, from my current vantage point, a probable position in terms of altitude and location in relation to Hyrule Castle. What I wonder is how close I actually have to be to the memory point for it to be a visible golden circle thing. See, the altitude here is all wrong. This is harder than you might think. Is it closer than I first thought? It couldn't be. Now, here's another question. Yeah. So those stones that look like shrines sticking out of the ground are definitely things that appeared when Ganon took over that castle, or whatever. When Calamity Ganon appeared. Hello. Oh, you're one of the difficult moblins. Or Bokoblin, whatever the hell. No, you fucking don't, you little bastard. Get the fuck out of here. No, you don't. Yeah, look how much health he's got. Do you see that? Oh, that seemed to do a whole lot of damage to him. What are you doing? Yeah, alright. Well, I don't even remember using all of your abilities. Oh, hold on. Fuck. Here I am pressing the Y button again. Who's attacking me now? Oh, give it a rest. Alright. Yes, let's consume that. That's fine. Oh shit, it's a white one. These guys are intense. They're even harder than the other one. Look at the damage! Oh, fuck. Now, we're all going to be quite fine if I can start if I can get in the range of this Bokoblin to be able to hit it and get it in a constant stun lock of just swinging it around. Like, I swing my weapon and then launch the Bokoblin in the air and just keep doing that. It's not going to be much of a fight, and I don't have to worry about the amount of damage that it's dealing to me, but for the moment, this is a problem, because this thing's on horseback. So definitely what I need to... autosave. I thought it did manual save. Perhaps not. Okay, so what we need to do is take out the horse first, and then we can take on the Bokoblin. Seems they've been totally oh, fuck off. I know the problem. You get over here. He tried to jump back on. He does not want to engage. Oh, I managed to backstab him. Okay, fine. Critical hit. I really don't want to engage those guys, but I would honestly enjoy the freedom to try to position myself correctly in relation to Hyrule Castle. That is exactly how physics works, everyone. This is stony ground, stony dirt. And he slid faster than you would on ice. Not snow, but actual ice. Like a frozen lake. He slid down this with no friction present. No resistance. I mean, what the fuck? Now, is it possible that it's actually closer than I think? I ask this question because the distance that I'm identifying from this picture doesn't seem to actually match up with the environment that I'm looking at. Unless it's over there. That could be it. That could be what we want. Maybe it's over here. This seems to be... That could be the tree. That could be the tree. I'd reckon that's it. Let's try that. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Link is worn out. And now he's not. But he's certainly sweating. Look at the sweat flying off his cranium. I work my Link. I work him to death. This is it. Now, where's the memory point? Here it is. There we are. See, I couldn't quite work it out. It seemed strange. But, yeah, that's because I was trying over... Where was I? I was over that way. But it's actually here. Here we go. Very good. I worked that out. Oh yes, let's raise the volume of the game so you can hear the cutscene nicely. He makes the same face every time.
これもそうあれもハイラルの花は綺麗なだけでなく染色や加工の原料になるものも多いんです。これは姫静かといって絶滅危惧種の花なんです。少し前から人工栽培を始めているのですが、なかなかうまく繁殖してくれなくて、もしかすると絶滅するかもしれない姫なのです。あ、ほら見てください、これ珍味で有名な食用種ですが、最近の研究で人の能力を向上させることが分かってきたんです。
Link's like, that's nice and everything, but could you go back to doing what you were just doing before?
この詳しく調べているのですけれど、類いまれな身体能力を誇るあなたにもぜひこの研究調査に協力してもらいたいのです。
Radio. That works a lot better in Japanese than it would in English, I can assure you. The whole excitable girl, I don't want to call it a trope, but, you know, that whole thing works better in Japanese than it would in English. That'd be quite awkward in English, actually. Ugh. Anyway, Link, I'm sure, was immensely interested when she was facing away from him on her hands and knees, but once she turned around and put a frog in his face, I think he suddenly lost interest. Just by pure coincidence, of course. Alright. So, again, I don't expect that I'll be able to work out where this is located, just because I have reason to believe that I don't have this shrine discovered. So, let's give this a try. Do we recognize this location? I don't. And I feel like if I could recognize this, I would have tried to get it earlier. Could it be Hyrule Castle before the calamity? Is that probable? If it is, then it's not something that I'm going to be able to discover just yet. I'm trying to jog my memory to see if perhaps I've discovered a location that looks like this. I think there was one, but I have a distinct feeling that I actually ruled out the possibility of that being the location, and so I never checked. It could be Hyrule Castle, to be honest. So, I'm going to assume that it is, and therefore not bother with it for now, and then I will try to confirm that by checking the internet. We just got that Hyrule Castle memory, so let's give this one a try. This one I think is actually going to be right directly in front of it. So in other words, it's going to be probably here. Yeah, that's definitely where it is, without a doubt. Now, I'm not seeing as many... Oh no, I am seeing trees here. Yeah, that's precisely where it is. Okay, let's drop a pin right down there. And then we'll get rid of this red one because we don't need it anymore. Delete pin. Okay, now we can probably go to this shrine and get there almost immediately. Makes me wonder why I never got the memory earlier. Perhaps it's not as accessible as I suspect that it is. I do wonder. We will find out momentarily. Because I could have sworn I've been around here already. I have been discovering these shrines after all. Alright, so we are heading in this direction. Towards this pin. That's why I drop pins. It's just easier to keep track of where you're going. Yes, we will use Rivali's Gale for this. Because, oh, there we go, the Master Sword's power has been restored. My hope is that I can go over this Guardian. Oh, fuck. No, it can definitely see me. That's a problem. That's a serious problem. I've still got it. Motherfucker. Oh, I've still got it. Come on. Oh, I'm not quite in the right spot. Oh, very good. Very good. Let's get in there and attack it. Oh dear. What's happening? Is it broken? No. Oh, I'm cutting parts of its body off. That's what I'm doing. Let's equip the Master Sword, which is now recharged. I'm cutting parts of its body off. Hold on. No. Shield it. Quickly. Shield it. You fucker. What's happening? I didn't deflect that. I don't know what's happening. It doesn't matter. I didn't manually deflect that. I'm not sure why that was so successful that time, but... Anyway, that ended up being an appropriate confrontation. It was effective. It was not a confrontation that I regret at all, which is good. The drink today is port. Nothing too exciting. Nothing too exciting. Okay. I'm going to save after that successful interaction with the Guardian creature. I think it's ancient technology. I've been calling it a Guardian. It's ancient technology, I think, as far as how it's strictly referred to. Darunia reflects them himself. I'm quite sure that I did that with my shield the first time. Yeah, oh, that's an example of a Darunia deflection. Okay. I don't think that happened before. I have a feeling that, well, maybe the second time it's possible. You can actually see Darunia come out there and make a bit of a show of it. But that didn't happen the second time, and definitely the first time that was my shield getting it done, so yeah. And there you are. You know, this really does seem like the environment where I could... You know what, I'm going to look for a shrine around here somewhere. I'm going to look in here, and perhaps around here, basically where the trees are, and try to find the shrine that's pictured. I can never work out where the fuck I'm going. I'm going to try and find the shrine that's pictured here. Because to be honest, this looks like the sort of environment where you'd find it. This looks like it. So we'll give that a try once we get this memory point, which is not going to be hard to reach. I mean, it's obviously theirs. There's no question. Hello? Oh god. You make quite a sad noise when you die. It makes me feel bad. I don't like Keys, so I have to make that very clear, but... Here we go. Sacred Ground Ruins. Oh my god. Is this the fucking... This is the Temple of Time. This must be the Temple of Time. Well, no, it couldn't be, because it's not the Temple of Time in the picture, so this mustn't have been the Temple of Time in the past, right? Is it just some kind of altar? Daruk, whatever, I don't care what his name is. When you said Darunia, I got what you meant. Darunia obviously is from Ocarina of Time. Well, here we go.
そのたゆまぬ努力と結実せし剣技を認め、女神ハイリアの名において祝福を授けん。空を舞い、時を巡り、黄昏に染まろうとも。結ばれし剣は勇者の魂と共に、さらなる力がそなたと、そして大魔の剣に宿らんことを。遥か遠き過去に生まれし、
やれやれ。前途多難みてえだな。
何言ってんの。お月の騎士任命の記念に太古の伝説真似てみろって林立てたのあんただろ。とはいえ、彼に対する態度に関してはあの姫と気が合いそうだよ。僕。
しょうがないよ。おひいさまにとっちゃあいつの存在はそうコンプレックスの象徴みたいなもんだから。
I like how they're totally ruining the moment by having this conversation during this quiet and significant moment for these two. Talk about tactless. Anyway. To me, it's absurd that they would be having that sort of conversation during that sort of moment. Unless that's supposed to reflect how skeptical they were of the whole thing, of the whole situation. I guess that's fair, but still kind of weird and unrealistic. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to warp out of here because I've got this enemy that's the Guardian. It is a Guardian. I've been referring to them correctly, it would appear. Alright, let me save first. And then I'll give my shield deflection a bit of a try. Well, I thought that I had that well timed. Let's give it another try. And if it repositions the Guardian, all the better. I don't really want to deal with it. It's not worth it. Whatever it's going to give me is not worth the effort, so... Why is Zelda so sad? I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this story. I would have to care about the game to start working out what's happening in the story, and I certainly haven't reached that point. Hello? Hold on. What's happening? Get your shield. Oh my god. Struggling with the basics of the controls now. Jesus Christ. Zelda's probably sad because the people she's gathered have like no confidence in in what's going on. I mean, they were literally bad-mouthing her to her face, practically. Certainly within earshot, without a doubt. I'll give it a rest. I'll keep trying until I get it. Because basically, once I deflect one laser, it causes the Guardian to not only sustain heavy damage, but fall backwards, and that gives me an opportunity to deal more damage. So, I'd say I only need to get one successful one, and then that should do it. Alright, come on. I look, I successfully deflected it, as far as I'm concerned, but then the game was like, no, the timing's not quite good enough, Doom Link, try again. Fuck you. Alright. Let's try it again. I'm sure you guys love seeing this stuff again. I used to do this all the time, remember? No, I've fucking had enough. I've had enough. How do I get out of this situation? Can I even avoid being spotted by this thing now? Or is it too late? Maybe I can try and run away. I suppose I could just use... Well, no, I don't think Rivali's Gale would even help. What? Well, yeah, this thing has definitely seen me, and that's that. I don't think I can escape that fact. Oh no, maybe I can actually outrun this thing, and then it'll lose interest. What am I climbing? Okay. There's a few of these assholes around, so... Oh, God, I do not have the time. What am I doing? Yeah, make all your noises and then get out of my face. Now, let's set a few pins down. Map. That pin has automatically disappeared because we stood right where I placed it. I would like to adventure around in here. And in here. And also in here. I've already discovered one shrine here, so that should probably do it, but these are 3 possible locations for this shrine pictured here, as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to give those locations a shot. Alright, we're quite close to this area. I would imagine that if a shrine were in this general area, we would already be getting a shrine indicator going off. That's not happening, so unfortunate as that is. Hello. What am I supposed to do with you again? Hello. I can't remember how to engage these Koroks. I've got no idea. Do I need to have a Deku Leaf to create wind or something? I don't know. I'm not sure what you want. Can collect some apples. Come on. Apples. Well, that's annoying. That's literally a Korok Seed opportunity, and I'm not too sure how to get it. I suppose I could mark this position. And hopefully, yeah, stamp this current location. What can I... Here we go. That's a leaf. It's not a seed picture, but it is a leaf picture, which might indicate that there is indeed a Korok to be found there. The question is, what if I start running out of stamps? Every time I find a Korok that I'm not too sure how to get the seed off. I suppose the sensible thing to do would be to use a walkthrough at that point. Anyway, I think we can be assured of the fact that there is no shrine in this grove. So I shall make my way over to this stamp. And it would actually be faster to go from Central Tower. Should be balloons somewhere if I stand on the stump. See, I thought that there would be something turning up if I stood on the stump, but I didn't see anything. I can give it another try once I get down there. I do consider Korok Seas to be very useful because getting more equipment slots is a big deal. The question is, if this bastard can shoot me down from up here. I don't know. Let's just hope not. Huh? That's the combat music. One of them can see me. Fuck. Oh, look at this. This is not fair. That is so not fair. Oh, yeah, that's true. Because of the nature of my forward movement and my descent simultaneously, they can't actually get a clear shot on me. I mean, they think they can, but by the time they fire the laser, it's not on target at all. Well, that's reassuring. Again, it's courtesy of not just my forward movement, but also my constant change in altitude. And then, fortunately, because of this mountain... Oh! Oh, fuck. I don't know what just happened there. That would have been a good chance, actually, to... I don't know what I'm doing. Put the weapon away. Put it away. I don't want to fight you. I really don't. Yeah, that's one way to deal with it, I guess. Guess what? I'm not here to engage you. I have other matters to take care of. Well, I'm apparently not smart enough to be able to avoid them effectively. But, that's alright. They seem to be very alert. You know what? I'd say this place is the most likely to be where I want to go. I'm not too sure about this one at all. This is probably not where I want to be, but... I'd say once I start approaching the trees and I get some kind of indication that there's a shrine nearby, I think I've got my location. I think I've definitely got where I want to be. So having said that, I'd say this is a... Oh, I can hear a Korok nearby. Hello. Good day. You're not going to outrun me, mate. I think that is a general indication that you may find a Korok if there's trees around. And that might sound like that's potential for a lot of Koroks, but you know, I think there's 999 Korok Seas that can be acquired. Stop that! No, I better still have my leaf pin. Good. Fuck. Alright. Let's get rid of this pin. Delete pin, please. Alright, but yes, I think there's 999 Korok Seeds, which is a lot. That is an incredible amount of Koroks that you can acquire in the game, and I think, well, not just acquire, but find. And there are people who've actually gotten them all. And I think I basically said this back in 2020. I said something along the lines of, if you've reached the point where you're playing this game enough to get 999 Korok Seeds, you should genuinely consider playing a new game, because it's not worth it. It's simply not worth completing this game to that extent. That's just totally ridiculous. So, yeah, that's my opinion on it. What time is it? 1 a.m. It is 1 a.m. I haven't even been recording for 2 hours, apparently. Fuck, it's probably been 2 hours plus the original intro, but whatever. I'm so not in the mood for you right now. I don't have the energy, I'm sorry. Like, what do you want, man? No, you don't. You cut your fucking... Oh, he's gonna get a clear shot. Oh, come on. That's so not fair. That's so not fair. Oh, you're so frustrating. You really are. Do you know that? Get up off the ground quickly. Cut off his leg. Cut off his leg! Good. Fuck. quick. Cut off the leg. Cut off a leg. Any leg. No, don't do that. Put the weapon away, you prick. I feel like I'm always struggling with the controls of this game. Get up, dickhead. Get up. Get a leg. Get a leg. Get a leg. You got a leg, but it's not quite good enough, is it? It's not acceptable for me to be healing this much. I mean, any confrontation, especially one like this, where I'm barely going to get anything out of it at all, not fucking worth it. Yeah, a bit late to be knocking him on his backside, wouldn't you say? Come on. No, just die, man. Get out of here. Oh, not worth it at all. That amount of healing. For what? A bunch of cogs? Screws, gears, shafts? Go away. Adding insult to injury. Attacked by a choo-choo. A blue choo-choo. Ugh. I'm sure there's a better way to fight them than struggle with basic controls of the video game. Like what I was doing, but I don't have the energy. I just want to get from A to B. I'm going on an adventure, an investigation. I don't want to be dealing with these fucking guardians. You know how many I've fought? I'm over it. I'm sick of it. I don't want to see them anymore. Been fighting them the whole damn game. But unfortunately, I'm in a location of Hyrule where they are just all over the place. I suppose what's so frustrating about them is that they are difficult to avoid. If you're anywhere near one, they will not just see you, but they will aggressively pursue you. And I'm over it. I'm not sure where I am, but this feels like an actual proper location. Feels like this is a location with some significance. It's a big hideout. So I'm going to save and see if I can clear it. Once we clear it, obviously we'll get a... Oh, this is a white one. Bad news. Bad news. Oh, some fucker just blew the horn. Apparently the Bokoblins can't... Oh, God. It's a white fucking... Who's yelling? Someone's... Oh, I drowned in the fucking oil. Thought it was water. No. That is a white moblin. I am not fucking around with that guy. Get up off the... You dick! You absolute dick. I didn't even want to... In the first instance, I don't know how I managed to get hit. And then second of all, whatever I was doing is not what I was intending to do. This is not even... This is not sustainable. Like, there's no way that it's even worth killing these enemies, quite frankly. No! Now I'm drowning. Ugh, I wanted to land on that rock. I'm about to die. Land on the rock and heal yourself, man. Don't you dare drown in that shit again. Alright. So we're trying the trees just up over here, apparently. Is there a shrine? If there were one, we would be getting indications of such by now. One would imagine. In fact, one can be assured of that much. Yet we are getting no shrine indicator going off. Oh, fuck. Well, that was a good try. I guess. It's not looking good. So, that is also a no-go. Where does that leave me? Like I said, this general area is one that I've not adequately explored. There's definitely more for me to explore here. Let's look at the Hero's Path mode. Well, I suppose we've done a good amount of exploring now. But the point is that this seemed like the most probable, as far as a location of a shrine that I had yet to discover. I mean, we could look around here. Could technically be in here. But, no, we were just there. That was the minor test of strength that we just reached. So presumably I've gone through there, right? We'll have another look. I at least want to satisfy my curiosity. I feel like there's more to investigate around here. So we'll have a good look. No, ya neha. Ugh. I mean, seriously. What kind of name for a shrine is that? What kind of name for anything is that? You know what it is? It's the alliteration and the rhyming. You get alliteration plus rhyming in one phrase, and it's enough to make my hair stand on end. It's just awful. Maybe you wouldn't call that a rhyme. Yeah, I suppose you wouldn't, would you? This is not... Oh, what now? What? Wait, no, stop. Give it a rest, okay? Just leave me alone. I'm going on an adventure. The last time I saved was there, and I just... You know what? Stop. Oh, that was going to land on my head, which I would not have appreciated. Okay, well... Again, losing all of this health that I keep using expendable materials to recover. If I just collect it, will they be angry? Oh, they're already angry and haven't even done anything. I just approached them. Bees are not this aggressive in real life, I should make this very clear. I mean, there is potential for you getting attacked if you get close to a beehive, but... It's not going to be immediate, and not all of them will swarm you. Like, as far as I'm aware, maybe it depends on the species of bee, but generally it would not be like that. But I suppose it is a video game. Zelda is not one for realism, never has been. And honestly, that's for the better. We saw what happened with Monster Hunter when they... Well, no, that's probably not a good comparison. Anyway. What am I doing? Giving up on that fucking... memory is what I'm doing. Let's try this one. This is going to be the final one that I actually try to find on my own. I'm not too sure where that is. Apparently Hyrule Castle is technically close to it. Like, close enough for it to be overlooking Hyrule Castle. So, to be honest, that does make it confusing because I actually thought it was going to be around here. But it can't be around here if it's overlooking Hyrule Castle in that sort of way. So maybe it's up around here. Let me just see if there's anything in this general area that would... I mean, to me, it has to be around here, but it couldn't be because... I mean, how could that be? Is there anything here that would make sense? I don't think so. Your big hint, really... is that body of water. Hold on. Speaking of bodies of water. Let's look at the water around Hyrule Castle. Okay, so we've got the water around Hyrule Castle there. We can actually see the shape of it going around the castle, which means that this must be here. Near Woodland Tower. Has to be around here. So it's either here or somewhere up around here. Unless it's Pico Pond? But I don't think so. Yeah, I'd say it's actually... Yeah. It could actually be more like Pico Pond. I suppose what I should be checking for is a mountainous region that... Yeah, I think it's just going to be around here. Let's go to Woodland Tower. I think that will narrow things down. And then the other ones I'll just Google. Sorry. Doomlink is a bad sport, I guess. But to be honest, I don't think it would be all that fun to watch me work it out. The ones that I don't have confidence in my ability to discover on my own. Alright, Woodland Tower. Now. Aha! Look at that. reddish rocks. Now, is there anything around here? Well, let's see where Hyrule Castle is. So Hyrule Castle's down that way. I think it's going to be up there somewhere. Right? What about the... I see the body of water. Yep, it's where we want to go is actually going to be all the way up there. I can see it. It's going to be up here somewhere. It's going to be overlooking this while up here somewhere. So it's either going to be around here or around here. Based on that. So we'll be... I think it's going to be more like around here because that body of water curving around Hyrule Castle is being viewed from an angle around here. So we're actually going to go to Elden Tower and work it out from there. That's an appropriate vantage point. But I do think that body of water with almost island-esque features on the water's surface is going to be quite close to where we were at Woodland Tower. It's going to be looking down there. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can see. So it's certainly not where we are now, but... Well, hold on, before I do that. It's quite anticlimactic to cancel it in that way. But anyway. Let's get started. We're going to make our way over here. And I think in so doing... Ah, fuck. I have to get my snow quill set. No, it's the other way around. We need the flame breaker set. Here we go. No, I just lost altitude. Well, this still hurts using this set. Fuck. I'm assuming it just hurts me a little less. It's really weird to... Well, no, actually, I don't want to do that. I want to return to the save that I made so that I don't have a wasted Rivali's Gale. But I have to sit through the loading screen first. Fuck. It's not too bad this time. But yes, I will be sitting through a loading screen again while I go and recover my lost Rivali's Gale. No, we want to go to system, please. Okay. So this time we will equip the fire resistance set first. And then we will... Yeah, I think I know what it is. So even if you have the fire resistance set equipped, it still shows the temperature gauge at a flaming point. It doesn't reduce that. But you see, you will be resistant, I think, to the damage. Perhaps not entirely, but... I seem to recall that even if you have this equipped, it will not change the appearance of the gauge. So, where's Hyrule Castle? Oh, it's really high up. It's really high up. Look where Hyrule Castle is now. It's way higher. It's all the way up there. I have to try and find a point to ascend. Let's get up there. Yeah, I'm practically on fire right now. Well, I'm glowing. I've got a glow about me. Something's on fire. Is that my bow that's on fire because it's made of wood or something? Probably. Let's go and equip something else. Yeah, my fucking duplex bow's burning. Whatever. Is it damaged now? I'm not especially concerned. Yeah, we want to be all the way up the top because I can tell from that picture that we are at very high altitude. I can probably run up here. Let's do that. I just don't want to be too wasteful with my Rivali's Gales. Alright. Let's continue the journey on foot. Now, we have taken on this whole location. We've actually dealt with the Divine Beast here. I barely remember doing it, to be honest. But we did do it. It was when I was playing quite a lot of this game, so it's all sort of... It's disappeared, you know. I don't have clear memories of it anymore, because I was trying to get through it as quickly as possible, I think. I was rushing. And I don't regret doing that. I think it was good that I did that. But it does come with the unfortunate side effect of not being able to clearly remember the whole process, because I went through it so quickly. Probably over the course of maybe 2 months. I did quite a lot. I think I'm remembering that correctly. Alright. So, what I'm guessing is that that lava is probably where the body of water in this picture used to be. See, it wouldn't have been lava back then, but it is now, so... I think I can position myself... Yeah, I think I know where this is. That lava there is not Woodland Tower, or close to Woodland Tower, because I was basically using the map to try and work out what looked like that. This looks like what's in that picture, but that's not what's going on. It's actually Goronby Lake. I think it's Goronby Lake, which means we want to be around here to look down onto Goronby Lake and then onto Hyrule Castle in the distance, which is much further below the point where that picture was taken. So, it's actually even further down that way. See, I'm glad I saved my Rivali's Gale. This is useful. It'll be useful for this. I'm starting to second guess myself. Where exactly... Oh, God. I'm way off. I'm way off position here. Look at this. Look. Hold on. Wait, what else is burning? My fucking shield's burning, isn't it? God. But my... Oh, no, my shield's not burning. I thought Daybreaker was burning. Okay. So... I don't know if you can tell, but I need to be much, much further east. Much further. Where can I even go? God. I need to be all the way over here or something. Like here. That's probably where we need to be. Alright. Let's make our way over. Better than nothing. Bit of Rivali's Gale will probably be able to climb that rock spire down there. Or perhaps even attach ourselves to one of these rocks and go from there. This is definitely closer to where we want to be. Of course, we could always ask the question, if equipment made of wood burns in this heat, why is our glider unaffected? Ooh. Like I said, don't question these things in Zelda games. That's the one thing, that's probably the most Zelda thing about this game that we're playing, is the fact that there are certain aspects to it that if you were to look at it realistically make absolutely no sense. There are inconsistencies, in other words. Of course you don't look at things like that when playing Zelda. It would be awfully foolish of you to do that, because you'd be looking at inconsistencies all day. Yeah, take it easy. Okay, so even here is not quite right. But I think we're getting warmer. No, this isn't quite right. Oh, let's try this rock. Maybe at the top of this rock is where we want to be. You can see what I mean, though. We need to be able to see... Hold on. Ah, fuck. Am I confusing myself? See, it looks like... Unless it... See, I thought it might be this, but that can't be right. No, it is definitely Goronby Lake that we want to be looking at. It's very close to the tower. Oh, fuck, there's a guardian. God. It's very close to where the tower is. just doesn't look quite right. No, you don't. You were way off target, my friend. Alright, I don't think I have to worry about it anymore. That Guardian can fuck off. Alright. Yes, Lizzle first. I know all about you. And right now I'm not interested. I think I'm going in the right direction. I hope so. Should be. I think right on the top of that rock that looks like an animal of some kind. Seems significant enough for it to be the right place. But it is a little hard to actually see where I'm supposed to be going. This, oh, that looks like it. No, that looks like it. I'd reckon that's it. Ugh. Up here? Oh, that's so close. See, the vantage point's still not quite correct. It feels like it's somewhere higher up than this. I don't know if you remember, but, well, I'll show you again. You can see that it's quite high up, looking down a great distance. So, where the hell is it? Is it there? Couldn't be there, could it? At the top of this rock? Again, it's a case of me knowing that it's definitely not where I am, but then not being able to work out where it should be. Where it actually is. It's a little annoying. Can I get my stamina back here? Ugh, not quite. Oh, I managed to get a little bit back. That was good. Of course, when it comes to climbing in Breath of the Wild, you have to work out where you can get away with dashing and where you can't get away with it. Or jumping, whatever you want to say. It can be a bit slow going. But this is what happens when you are out of Rivali's Gale uses. You have no choice but to do this. There we go. Should be able to dash the rest of the way. Is this it? Oh, this has to be it. Come on, that's it. It's at the top of this. That has to be it. Come on. Why is this not it? Come on. This feels like it... It feels like I have to be standing somewhere that doesn't exist to get that right angle. Or the correct angle, I mean. See what I mean? Now, what I'm trying to suggest is that that body of water that we're seeing in that picture is now lava. That's what seems to make the most sense. Now, what is that rock formation? Can I identify any rock formation that looks like that? The thing is, the altitude is just about right, but the position is all wrong. Maybe it can't be further down though, because if it's further down, I would be too close to Hyrule Castle. It's supposed to be quite far. Oh no, this is all wrong, really, isn't it? Look at... It's further over there. I'm trying to work out what I'm looking at. This is really Unless that's... No, that can't be it. That can't be the body of water in question. But... It's really... This is weird. So... Hold on, I think I can see a hint here. So, where is the divine beast from the mountains? This flying motherfucker, this guy. I believe Varmidor is visible in this picture. You see it? So, what's the name of this mountain? The Hebrew Mountains. Can I see the Divine Beast? And can I see the mountains? Where would they be? Over that way? No, they should be up that way. So, that way. But I'm not seeing the laser being cast from the Divine Beast. Should be right that way. Where is it? It's definitely being fired. I've cleared that, so... Why can't I see that? So we've got the Varnaboros shooting into it. That's the mountain over there. I can see that mountain in the distance. It's driving me insane. So I can see that mountain there, yeah, okay. It's really high up. And also, it's down there, it's over that way. Oops. It's like really over that way. But really high up too. I'm so confused. It's as if it's impossible to get that angle from my surroundings. From my surroundings, I can't identify where that is. It's so weird. It's maddening. Oh, shit. Let's go to the top of this tower. Once I've worked out where the fuck I'm going. Oh, just the misery of going back and forth between these menus. It's indescribable. Okay. Off we go. Stamina wheel. Swimming depletes your stamina. Okay. If this runs out while you're swimming, okay, well, that's not... The subject was stamina wheel, not swimming. That seemed like a description of swimming and how it relates to stamina, not just a general description of the function of a stamina wheel. Anyway, so we just went to the top of that, and that was not where we were supposed to go, as I understand it. Unless that isn't where we went. Well, that's the golden question. Let's just make sure that that's not where we went, because if that's where we're supposed to go, and I think that's where we went, and it's actually not where we went, and that's where we're supposed to go, that's going to be an absolute shit show. So let's confirm that this is not where we're supposed to go first. No, I think that is where we just were. Let me just make sure. Okay. My next attempt is that big rock spire over there. Let's go. See, it feels like it needs to be really up high over that way. There's no land formation tall enough in the right position for that to work, in my mind. It's so weird. I can't get my fucking head around it. Unless it's all the way over there. Could it be all the way over there? I don't know, I'm trying this for now, but... It's not this either, is it? No. It's my next best guess. Because there's just nothing else that seems to be high enough. No. So... What the fuck? Can I see a tower in this picture? No. This is before the towers actually rose, so... Alright, there's the mountain in the distance. This time we can actually see the laser. I don't know why we couldn't see it before. So we can see that mountain in the distance. We can see the castle. If you look at this thing, the mountain's further away than that. And so's the castle. Is it? Yeah, it feels like where we should be is higher than we are. I mean, we can try that. We can try that over there. It's the next possible location. That might be it, actually. It feels like it's not high enough, but that could be it. Ugh. If this is it, then it doesn't feel right at all. But it can't be as far as, like, over there. Like, it can't be over there, surely. Is this it? No. Yeah, well, look, you've got this big fucking rock in the way now. Can I see that rock from this picture? Is there a visible rock? No. Where the fu- What? What is going on? This is without a doubt the right spot, generally. Like, around here is where we need to be. It just feels like the rock formations are not consistent with what I'm seeing here. It's so strange. What the fuck? Do we just go to that tower and retry from there? Stop. Let's go from Akala Tower. It just doesn't feel like it's that far away. But I suppose it could be. Because those mountains are high enough to be looking down on the mountains that I was looking at before, but again, they feel too far away from Hyrule Castle to be correct, but we can try. It would deeply bother me if this is where we were supposed to go all along, but... No, you see, there's nothing that's overlooking the rock formation. It doesn't exist. I give up. That's it. I fucking give up. I've done my best. I feel like it literally doesn't exist. Wherever I'm supposed to be standing to get that, it doesn't exist. We've definitely had a long enough recording. First recording back in Breath of the Wild for a while. I do hope you enjoyed. This has indeed been Doomlink in a Let's Play recording for the first time in a while as well. I will see you next time I'm playing Breath of the Wild. I don't know when you can expect to see me again, but when I do return, I think I will be making use of a walkthrough to identify the locations that I've yet to find in respect of my memories as Link from 100 years prior. I will bid you all farewell for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.